Experience on the unlicensed scene.
Boxing fans ringside here at the BT Convention Centre. Liverpool, a very good evening, and also a warm welcome as well to viewers joining us on VIP Boxing TV.
Nice bit of respect there.
VIP Promotions now bring you a bantamweight contest. This one scheduled for 4 3-minute rounds of boxing. Timekeeper ringside on the bell is Chris O'Connor from Witness, and upon the sound of that bell, our star referee Steve Gray from Fleetwood is our third man in the ring. Boxing out of the blue corner on my left-hand side, he's scaled at 8 stone, 5 pounds, 2 ounces. This evening he's wearing the black shorts trimmed with gold and makes his professional debut tonight. Boxing out of Liverpool, introducing Gary G-Man Austin.
Oozing with confidence. Look at him.
And across the ring, boxing out of the red corner, also making his professional debut this evening. His official weight for this bout is 8 stone, 4 pounds, 6 ounces. He's wearing the solid black shorts and boxes out of Highton, Merseyside. Introducing Mike Gerrard.
I mean, to be honest with you, these two are meant to
Referee Steve Gray with his final instructions now to both boxers. This a bantamweight contest scheduled for 4 3-minute rounds.
Definitely a tasty one. Definitely been looking forward to it.
Seconds out, round one.
Yeah, in the back on these headphones.
The beauty of this one is we know for a fact both men are going to want to win in there. Neither of them are going to take a backward step.
No, I know Gary isn't, definitely. He's got that southpaw stance, makes a bit of a switch hitter, because he used to do a little bit of the MMA in that.
Yeah.
You know, it's probably a traits out of that might either aid or might even be a bit of a disadvantage at times, but we'll just have to wait to see how it plans out, innit? Oh God.
Tentative start from both men.
Yeah.
Which is as to be expected, isn't it?
Well, a little bit, yeah. But I mean, I've spoke to them both, like building up to this a little bit, and you know, they know a little bit about each other because obviously they've asked about each other.
Yeah.
So I think they both definitely got a game plan in mind. It's just who implements theirs first, really. But as you know, especially with these small gloves, anything can happen.
And the fact they're both making the debut adds to it as well, doesn't it? Because there's those emotions as well.
Yeah.
Mixed in there.
I mean, Mick's a little bit older than Gary. I think he's like early 30s. Gary's about 28 or something like that. So I don't know whether it's going to come down to fitness, stamina, or maybe it just come to pedigree and style. Because if it comes down to experience, then you know, Mick's mixed it and had boxed at a little bit of a higher level than that in the amateurs. I think he was actually in the AB finals, and from what I've heard, I think in that particular final it was relatively close. Mick used to box at Stocky as an amateur, whereas Gary was training with us at Stocky as a pro for a bit. It's just certain things happen behind the scenes which I'm not going to go into too much.
Yeah.
But now he's back with a few lads that he's training with, and he was still doing the white collar.
It's an intriguing one, isn't it?
Definitely. I think they seem a little bit hesitant at the minute. I think they're just trying to feel each other out a little bit. Gary looks a bit jumpy, doesn't he?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
A little bit bouncy on the feet.
Yeah,
Could do it just settling down a little bit more.
But I mean, you'd expect that. I mean, I was a bit eager when I was on my debut personally.
Yeah.
You know.
You're still a bit eager, to be honest with you.
I am always eager, big. Eager beaver. You got to be, haven't you? Especially when you're fighting on the road. I've got a choice. I'm dying to shout at them, trying to tell them what to do, but sitting in this seat, just can't do it.
Plenty of noise in here tonight, big crowd.
Yeah. Certainly better than last time I was in here. I mean, last time we came down when I think another one of our lads you've seen before, Jay Farrell, he sparked this loud there. 2 rounds again.
Yeah.
And I think, what was it, Jamie Ambler he had last time, didn't he?
Yeah.
I think, Gary got caught with a couple of shots there.
Yeah, that was the first real punch that's landed at the fight, really.
Don't know, I mean, can't really look into it too yet because, you know, we haven't really got past the first round, but maybe you can see a little bit of that extra experience between the two. As it goes on, I'm sure it's going to turn into a bit more of a firefight.
Well then, have you scored that one?
A bit close, to be honest with you, but I mean, if I'm going to be perfectly honest, I think the tidy work probably come from Mick a little bit, but there wasn't really much in it, you know what I mean? I think they're still feeling each other out. They haven't really threw too much or landed a little bit too much leather on each other.
I think the word we'd use for that first round is tentative.
Definitely. I mean, Gary's a bit jumpy, as you can see. I mean, he's like a bit of a jackrabbit, isn't he? Mick on the other hand, I mean, he's a bit calmer, but I suppose that comes with age, you know what I mean? It's, he settled down a bit.
And I mean, difficult to split him. Maybe call that round a draw. You're back to the amateur days now, aren't you? 3 rounds.
Yeah, well, it's only 4 rounds, isn't it? This one,
exactly.
I mean, like I said, I mean, they're going at a bit more of a faster pace than what you'd expect. But I mean, with it being the debut as well, they're eager. It's early days, and all that tension and whatever else.
10 seconds, corners.
It's to be expected.
Yeah, and hopefully they'll both settle down a little bit now in this second round and get to the boxing a little bit more.
Let's hope so.
Round 2.
Don't think there's going to be any lack of effort in this, though.
No, not at all.
There you go, look at that. Mick's looking a bit more, you know, he's looking for it a bit more.
Yeah, I think they both...
you know, he's got better guards at the minute, you know what I mean? It's still quite high because it's still early stages, so we've still got plenty in the tank, as you can see. Gary's a little bit wild at the minute, you know what I mean? I think he's just like maybe lunging a little bit too much with the shots.
Yeah, I think they've both been told to be a little bit more active in the corners at the end of that round, and they've both come out with the intent of really winning this fight.
Yeah. Because, I mean, you know, it's the pressure and everything else. I mean, you've sold tickets, you've got everyone to come down here and see it and whatever else. And, you know, it's hard enough selling the tickets there is. And considering the amount that gets taken out of your purse before you get yours, you know, it's a hard sell. And if you don't sell a certain amount, you end up getting your fight cancelled and you get pulled out of the bill. And I've experienced that myself. So, you know, you wouldn't believe how hard it is. I mean, you get a lot of people pulling out on your last minute. About 90% of them telling you they're going to come. And then the last minute, it's either they've got work commitments or something's happened or I don't know. Every excuse comes out of the woodwork.
And it's credit to both these guys, isn't it, that they're in the ring tonight with each other.
Sorry, Luke, go on.
No, I mean, life happens, you know what I mean? Some people have got genuine reasons and stuff like that. And if they can still tune in and watch it on VIP, then that's great. But I mean, when it comes to actually having the fights, it's all about the bums on seats.
Exactly that, and we were saying earlier on in commentary about how these two are probably responsible for 90% of the ticket sales tonight.
Yeah, I mean, you know, a lot of it is a lot of self-promotion. I mean, unless you've got a good pedigree behind you and you've done well as an amateur, where you'd end up getting signed like by a big promoter or something like that, and most of your local businesses, because they know you're off the TV doing Olympics and, you know, international competitions in high-level amateur stuff, you know, you don't really get a look in. I mean, let's be honest, I mean, look at Sam Egginson. Nobody really gave him a shot until he boxed Frankie Gavin. And then after he had this Cinderella moment where he, you know, he'd done a number on Gavin, didn't he? Now Gavin, from what I've heard, I don't know if there's any truth in it, but he's training at the same gym as the guy now. And since then, he's gone up from strength to strength, having big fights. And, you know, he's come on leaps and bounds since then. I think he's a bit more of a name in the game these days, to say the least. And that's a bit of an understatement, because he's a really good lad.
Sam was supposed to box last week on the Kell Brook undercard.
What happened?
But unfortunately, he had a little bit of an accident in the build-up to the fight, so he couldn't fight. But obviously, he's moved.
Nice shot, good body shot.
He's moved up from welterweight now. He's doing super well to 154.
Which he needed to do.
He definitely needed to do, because he killed himself to get down to 147 for the European title fight.
Yeah,
in Manchester last year.
I mean, the more notice you've got for a fight, you've got a better chance of getting your weight down. But if it's one of them things where you've got to lose the weight fast, then, you know, all you're doing is weakening yourself and you put yourself at a disadvantage.
It wasn't even that with Sam, I don't think. I think he just outgrown 10 stone 7 and had to move up.
Well, your metabolism gets a bit slower as you get older, and it's a bit harder to keep the weight off. You know what I mean? I mean, after Christmas as well, I think most of the lads will probably agree with me. You know, you have a bit more of a scran than you normally would, and then you jump on the scales and you're like, oh God. I don't know. I'd say, looking at that round though, I think he's just lunging in a little bit too much at the minute. I mean, he does need to get in close, because I mean, you can see the difference, you know, in experience and style-wise. I mean, like I said, Mick's a bit of a switch hitter. Got good temperament and not like that. I think Gary, what he really needs to do is try and cut the rings down, you know, pin him down a bit and try and work him when he's got him there. I mean, the more distance that there is between them, the more likelihood of it being Mick getting, you know, the nod.
Seconds out.
So.
Round 3.
So we're just going past the halfway stage now.
Yeah. I think first round, like you said yourself, it was relatively close. That round, I'd say Mick's coming to a bit more, and as you can see, I mean, I think Mick's finding his rhythm, he's finding his range, he's starting to like get his shots off. You know, he's looking for the punches, he's taking his time, and then when he's seeing the openings, he's, you know, his timing's, you know, coming pretty good at the minute, isn't it? And he's landing.
Yeah, he settled down a lot quicker, didn't he? And that showed in that last round.
But I mean, like you said, I mean, there's difference in levels and experience between the two on the amateur side of things. I mean, Gary only had like a handful of fights as an amateur, whereas Mick, obviously, he's been in an ABA final and that.
Yeah.
And he's done a bit of MMA in between, like I said. But as you can see, he's calming down. You know, he's not doing too much. When he's in there, he's having a go. He's doing what he needs to do. Gary's looking a little bit hesitant, and maybe he's just, I don't know, waiting a bit too long before he's throwing the shots. At the minute, he's just looking and waiting, and there's not really much going on. I mean, there's plenty of effort. Oh, there you go, see, look, Mick's gone in, he's had a few shots, Gary's taken a few there.
It was always going to turn into that sort of fight at one point, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, Gary's just going in, he's got his hands there and that, but I mean, he's just not throwing enough. And when he is throwing, he's quite wild, he's holding his hands quite low, which, you know, really he's just setting himself up to take shots. I don't want it being a wide points decision, but I mean, if it carries on like this, you know, it's certainly a possibility. Unless he catches him with one of them, you know, them lucky digs. As you know, anything can change with one punch in this game. Well, I mean, like I said, he looks a bit tired. He's a bit wearing. He's a bit wild with the shots at the minute.
I think they both look a little bit tired, to be honest with you.
But I mean, you know, look at the difference. I mean, Gary's a little bit more sloppy. Mick's getting in and he's getting a bit more, you know, a bit more work rate. You know, he's going down a pipe. He's got throwing straight punches. He's got a better defence at the minute. I mean, Gary's plodding along. You know, he's still in there. You know, he can still have a go on that. But I mean, he's looking a bit too hesitant. He's waiting a bit too much for me, if I'm being honest. It's sorry to see, because I mean, you know, I know he's capable of much better than this. I just hope the occasion hasn't got the better of him. He's a good kid, you know what I mean? I still speak to him, he's a good mate of mine.
The fans have certainly enjoyed it anyway.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? I think the first round took a lot out of both of them. Because he was constantly moving and bouncing, wasn't he?
I know, yeah. Gary was just like constantly on his toes. But as you've seen, like in this round, I mean, his feet are a lot slower than what they were in the early stages of the fight. I mean, I think that's pretty evident to see. He's plodding along now. He's probably walking him down a bit more rather than trying to like jump around like a jackal a bit as he was before. It was like the Everlast bunny going, man.
The Duracell bunny.
That's the one, lad. You know the dance. Got your words mixed there. Excuse me for getting the promotion on with the batteries.
Do Everlast even do batteries?
I know, yeah. No, it's not.
They do now.
No, Everett here is who does the batteries. Yeah, that's the one. Sorry, bit punchy. Good round. Yeah,
I thought that was another light bulb going then.
Yeah, I think...
Not again.
Yeah, I think Mick's definitely outworked him in that one, you know what I mean? He's landed the cleaner shots, he's done the tidier boxing and stuff like that. I think, you know, Gary gets a good breather on this one. He needs to have a good last round, because at the minute, I mean, if you look at the distance between the two, you know, I don't want to be favouring anyone, because like I said, I mean, I've got a good rapport with both the lads. I know Gary a bit better because I used to train with him a bit more, whereas building up to this, I've done about 15 rounds sparring with Mick. I've done 4 or 5 and a 6 before my last fight a couple of weeks ago, but, you know, it's, like I said, I mean, you can see the difference, the age, the experience, the pedigree on the amateur side of things. He's a bit more calmer, you know, he's calmed down, he's throwing when he needs to. Gary's
10 seconds,
he's plodding a bit, he's a bit over his front foot, he's throwing wild shots.
Seconds out.
I mean, I hoped that he was going to try and maybe cut the ringer down a bit more, you know what I mean? And maybe try and take advantage of that, because, you know, we'll just see what happens here, right?
Foz, how have you got this one so far?
It's been tough, really, because, you know, it's not the fact that neither of them have done anything.
No, not at all.
I think what it is I think they've both done too much.
Yeah.
For me to be able to sit here and tell you who's winning.
You know, I mean,
I'd have to give it level. How'd you give something level after 3 rounds?
I don't know. I
mean,
can
just make up your own scoring.
First round, there wasn't very much in it. The last couple of rounds, I'd say, Mick might have edged the second. The third round, I'd say, you know, fairly comfortably ahead. You know what I mean? I think he was just a bit more punches in bunches, and when he was letting go, he was landing.
Yeah,
he was just a bit too much distance. He wasn't throwing enough, and when he was, they were just, you know, out of range and wild shots like that one just then.
Nice one for that, Rick. Thanks for analysing the fight there.
Hey, well, you know, Daddy's got a bit of bloody nose at the minute.
He's done better than you, Foss, because he's not got it even after 3.
No. Hey, this is my debut doing a commentating as well. Like I said, I mean, I know both lads, they're both good kids and whatever else.
No, it's been a cracker.
Yeah.
Bit of blood from the nose, like you said, now.
But I mean, that's, yeah. It means nothing, no, I mean.
No, of course it doesn't.
Not as bad as Mark's nose when I was fighting him, but we'll not go into that. Didn't end too well for me, like.
Mike's marked up under the right eye there.
Yeah. But I mean, like I say, you know, Mike's picking his shots a bit better, he's throwing a bit more, he's landing a bit more. Gary's maybe a little too out of range and he's telegraphing his punches a bit, you know what I mean? I don't know. I think he needs to put it on here because I mean, short of maybe going for a stoppage at the minute, you know, I don't know how the judge is going to be seeing this, like, but yeah, I've got Mick ahead.
Yeah, for me, if Gary's going to even have a chance of getting anything out of this, he's got to win this round comfortably.
Yeah, at the very least.
Yeah.
But he's not doing enough, he's just waiting too much.
He's being urged on by the corner, but there's no sort of call to action from the fighter himself.
Like I said, I mean, I'm dying to shout for him, but I can't because I'm sat here. You know what I mean? I just want to wave him on so they get, you know, they have like a proper set too, because you want a big, you know, big effort in the last round, don't you?
He's struggling with that nose.
He's waiting, isn't he?
He's struggling with that nose.
He's having a go now, like, but I mean, the shots are wild and they're a bit, I wouldn't say low, but he's trying to go for the body, isn't he? Yeah, just leaving himself open. His hands are just, I think he's just a bit too tired, maybe a bit too fatigued.
He's struggling with that nose, I think.
Yeah.
I think that slowed him down a lot.
His feet have slowed down massively compared to the first round. I mean, as the fight's gone on, his pace is, I don't know, gone down a lot.
Nice embrace from both lads at the end of that
plenty of respect there. Like, I mean, there's plenty of respect at the weigh-in from what I've seen on the video the other day. Like, really good kids, put plenty of bags of effort in it. You know what I mean? As you'd expect for a debut. Do I think it's close? I don't know. It depends on how the judges have seen it, really. But if I'm being honest, I'd say, personally, you know, someone's all had to go, and I hate to say it, but it very well could be Gary's.
Yeah, I think so, mate.
Yeah. But you know, definitely a great, great fight for you know, the first bout. Definitely, bags of effort. They both went for it. I think Gerrard just looked a bit too tired. Maybe I don't know whether maybe the occasions have got the better of him because I mean it can take a lot out of you in the build-up when you're all psyched up and you burn a lot of nervous energy before you even get in there.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the first taste of professional boxing for these two gentlemen in the ring. Put your hands together, two professional sportsmen, for Mike Gerrard and Gary Austin. Well, after 4 rounds of bantamweight boxing, we ask Steve Gray, our scoring referee, to decide the bout. He sees it at 39 points to 37 points. It is a debut victory from Liverpool, Mike Gerrard.
I hate to say it, but I mean, you know, just sorry to see Gary just looks. I think the occasion got the best.
And ladies and gentlemen, great boxing respect in the ring there. Please put your hands together as well. Continue for our gallant runner up there for Gary Austin, everybody.
Yeah, and I think that scorecard was spot on. First round even, and then Mike just took over.
Yeah.
Next time he's introduced, it'll be one fight, one victory for our victor there. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Mike Gerrard.
You know, great stuff. Congratulations to both of them. You know, both warriors, and you both gave everything they had. Can't ask more than that.